everyone, it's Olivia here from Olivia's Online Tuition, and today is day 6 of my 25 days for Better Maths Grid series, and today is expanding double and triple brackets. So as always, we'll do some example questions first, then we'll move on to exam questions at the end. So let's get to it. Okay, first up then, expand and simplify x plus 7, x minus 3. So expanding double brackets always works the same way. I use the FOIL method, F-O-I-L, like kitchen foil. So that stands for first, outside, inside, and last. You may use different methods. I've seen people call it like crab claw or rainbow or smiley face. There's a bunch of different names for this, essentially the same thing. But as long as you're timesing everything in this bracket by everything in this bracket, you'll be fine. This gives it like a nice little like strategic order to go in. So first will be x times x, so the first in each bracket, x times x, which is x squared. Then outside, x times minus 3, so the outermost ones on each bracket, each of the edges. So x and minus 3, so that's minus 3x, that's that one and that one down. Inside are the two innermost ones, the ones that are almost touching, like in the middle. That's 7 times x, so that's 7x. And then last is the last ones in each bracket. So the last ones, that's 7 and minus 3, so you have minus 21. And then what's left to do is to simplify this middle bit here. So we're left with x squared, there's no more x squares to add on. Minus 3 plus 7, which is plus 4x, and then minus 21. And that is your final quadratic. Okay, let's make it a little bit more complicated then. So expand and simplify 3x minus 5, lots of 2x minus 3. So numbers everywhere, negative signs all over the place. So remember, FOIL is always a good way to go. Keeps you in a nice order, make sure you don't forget any terms. So first with first, so that's 3x times 2x times the numbers, 6 times the x's, x squared. And then outside the outermost ones, the 3x and the minus 3, which is minus 9x. The then innermost ones, minus 5 and 2x, which is minus 10x. And then the outermost ones, minus 5 times minus 3. Minus times a minus gets a positive, so that's plus 15. And then simplify again, so when we get 6x squared, these two become minus 19x. Minus, take a minus, carries on going downwards, and then plus 15, and that is that. Okay, next up then, expanding triple brackets. So expand and simplify x plus 2, x plus 4, x plus 1. So what we do with this is we get rid of one of the brackets, not to a point where we can't see it. You don't want to like scratch it out to a point where you can't see what was there anymore. But I like to just cross it out, one little line through, so I can see, okay, I'm getting rid of that one. You can get rid of any of these, it doesn't matter. I always just go with the first one there, because why not? It's the first one. And then from here, you expand these brackets like we did in all the other questions. So using FOIL. So first, x times x, x squared. Outside, x and 1 plus 1x, or just x. And then inside, 4 and x plus 4x. And then last, 4 by 1 to give 4. Simplify this, x squared plus 1 plus 4 is 5x plus 4. Okie dokie, and then this, then I put that in its own special bracket and then bring this guy back into play. So then we get x plus 2 down there. So then what we do is we go through in a nice order to make sure everything in this bracket is multiplied by everything in this bracket. So I always start with this one here and multiply by everything in this one. So I start with x squared times then x, which is x cubed. Then x squared times 2, which is 2x squared. And then that one's done, so I'll shuffle along one. 5x times x, which is 5x squared. Then 5x times 2 plus 10x. That one's also done. And then 4 times x plus 4x. 4 times 2 plus 8. And then from here, simplify. So we've only got one lot of x cubed, that's going to stay as it is. We've got 2x squared plus 5x squared, which is then 7x squared. That gets rid of all these three. 10x plus 4x, which is 14x. And then plus 8 is left. And that is how you expand triple brackets. Okay, next up then, expand and simplify x plus 3, x minus 1 squared. So what this means here is that x minus 1 is multiplied by itself twice. Like 2 squared is 2 times 2. x minus 1 squared, so x minus 1 squared is going to be x minus 1, like that, right? Same thing here, same thing happens with this little times sign being in the middle. So then what we get is this triple bracket set here. So we get x plus 3, x minus 1, x minus 1. It's just regular old triple bracket. So again, pick a bracket you don't want to use right now. I'm going to pick this one. You can pick it again, pick any of them, but I'm going to pick this one. And then expand them using FOIL. So first, x times x, x squared. Outside, x by minus 1, minus x. Inside, minus 1 times x, minus x. Then last, minus 1 times minus 1, plus 1. And then bring these two together. We then get x squared minus 2x plus 1. And then bring this x plus 3 back down again. X plus 3. And then let's times everything in this bracket by everything in this bracket. So starting with x squared times x, that is x cubed. And then x squared times 3, which is 3x squared. Minus 2x times x, minus 2x squared. Minus 2x times 3, minus 6x. And then 1 times x is just x, and 1 times 3 is just 3. And then simplifying this then, let me move the board down a little bit so we can see a bit down there. There we are, a bit more space. And then x cubed stays as it is, that's going to go there. 3x squared minus 2x squared can leave you with just 1x squared. That gets rid of those two. And then minus 6x plus another x, which is then minus 5x. And then plus 3. And that is your final answer. So if you see this guy here, this x minus 1 squared, all it means is this, essentially. So that and this are the same thing. So if you see anything like that, just make it double brackets, bit easier to work with. And then we are, that is that. Okay, first exam question then. This is an AQA November 2017 paper 3, remember, calculator. Question 5, so quite early in the paper, but I'll let you pause it, have a go, see how you get on. Okay then, question 5, multiply out and simplify x minus 8 squared. So remember this, what this means is x minus 8 times x minus 8. So once you see this, you can now get started with your FOIL expansion. So let me write out my letters of FOIL. FOIL. So then first, x times x, x squared. Outside, x times minus 8, minus 8x. Inside, minus 8 times x, minus 8x. And then last, minus 8 times minus 8 is plus 64. And then simplifying this, bringing these two together, we're going to get x squared minus 16x plus 64. And that is your final answer for 2 marks. Okay, next one then, we've got an Edexcel June 2017 paper 1 question. Paper 1 is non-calc. Okay, question 10, so like midway through the paper, I'd say. So let you pause it, have a go, see how you get on. Okay then, question 10. Show that x plus 1, x plus 2, x plus 3 can be written in the form of ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d, where a, b and c are positive integers. So if you see this in your exam, this can be written in the form of blah blah blah, where the blah 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 blah, right? All those words. You can kind of ignore them. That's what I normally do. Just if you do the question right, then it will work out to be correct in the end anyway. It'll just kind of like a nice thing to check your answer at the end, right? Whereas with this, it's triple bracket. There's only one thing we know how to do with those. Triple brackets is just expand them. That's the only thing you can do, so let's do that. See what we get. Make sure we get something that looks something like this, right? So then let's get rid of this bracket first. So then we get x plus 2, x plus 3. Let's expand those using FOIL. So then first, x squared outside plus 3x inside plus 2x, and last plus 6. Bring these two bits together, x squared plus 5x plus 6. And then let's bring in this x plus 1 bracket that we deleted up here. So then this x plus 1, x squared times x, x cubed, x squared times 1, x squared, 5x times x, that one's done, 5x times x, 5x squared, 5x times 1 plus 5x, then 6 times x, 6x, 6 times 1 plus 6. There we are. And then let's bring everything together. So we've got x cubed being on its own, then x squared plus 5x squared, which is plus 6x squared. 5x plus 6x, that's plus 11x, and then plus 6. And that is your final answer for 3 marks. Okay, next up then, AQA November 2017, paper 3, which is calc. So expand and simplify this big old mess here. Give you a bit of a clue on one part, though we haven't technically done it yet. So this bit here is still expanding. It's just you times everything that's on the outside, which is 6x, by everything that's on the inside, and then deal with it from there. So let you pause it, have a little go, see how you get on. Okay, let's go through it then. So question 18, expand and simplify 3x squared plus 2, lots of 2x plus 5. Take away 6x, lots of x squared minus 3 for 4 marks. Okay, then let's start with this bit. Why not? It's the first bit. Let's start with this bit. Expand it using foil. Oop, you can't really see it, but that's an F up there. Move it down. F-O-I-L. There we are. So then 3x squared times 2x, which is going to be 6x cubed in this case. Because we're going to times x squared by x, so it adds on an extra x, which is then x times x, which is x cubed. And then outside, 3x squared times 5, which is 15x squared. Then inside, 2 times 2x, which is 4x. And then last, 2 times 5, which is 10. Then nothing to simplify here because they've all got different powers. So you can't simplify for the different powers. So we've got an x cubed, an x squared, and an x difference. Therefore, we leave them be. I'm going to put this in a bracket just for my well-being so I don't lose it. So I'm going to then subtract whatever this is. So expand this then. So 6x times x squared, which is 6x cubed. Let's put that in a bracket as well. And then 6x times minus 3, which is minus 18x. Okay, let me get rid of some of these foils because they're kind of getting in the way a little bit now, aren't they? Let me get rid of them. Okie dokie. And then let's do this subtraction here. So we're going to do 6x cubed, take away 6x cubed, leave us with no x cubed, so just get rid of each other. Then we've got 15x squared, take away no x squared, so it just says 15x squared. That gets rid of that one. And then we've got 4x, take away minus 18x, careful with this double negative here, 4x minus 18x, which is then, with that 22x. There we are, get rid of those. And then plus 10, take away no other numbers, so then you get plus 10. And that is your then final answer. Okay, next up, the Edexcel June-November 2020 paper 3, which is calculator. So expand and simplify all the triple brackets here. So let you pause it, have a go, see how you get on, and we'll go through it in a second. Okay, next up then, expand and simplify x minus 3, 2x plus 3, 4x plus 5. So let's get rid of this one, because why not? And then let's use foil to expand the other two. So first, 2x plus 3, or 2x times 4x, which is 8x squared, times the numbers together, times the letters together. And then outside, 2x times 5, which is 10x. Inside, 3 times 4x, which is 12x. Then last, 3 times 5, which is 15. And there we are. And then let's have a little look at the middle bit. So then we have 8x squared plus 22x plus 15. And then that's going to then be put in a bracket and then times by this x minus 3 here. Okie dokie. So then let's times 8x squared by everything in this little bracket. So 8x squared times x, which is 8x cubed. 8x squared times minus 3, 8, 16, 24. X squared, and then that's that one done. 22x squared times x, which is 22x squared. Then 22x times minus 3, 22 for 66 x, and then 15 times x, 15x, and then 15 times minus 3, which is minus 45. Okay, time then for simplifying. So we're going to have 8x cubed, that's the only x cubed we have. Then minus 24 plus 22, which is minus 2x squared. And then minus 66 plus 15, which is whatever that is. Minus 66 plus 15, minus 51. Well, I could have done that in my head, actually. Oh, well, 51. Paper 3. You can do calculator. 50 minus 51, x. Get rid of those. And then minus 45. And then that is your final answer for 3 marks. Okay, last question then. It's an AQA June 2017 paper 1. Paper 1 being non-calc, but I doubt you'll need one for this question anyway. I guess we'll see. But yeah, pause it, have a go, see how you get on. Okay then, question 26. Expand and simplify x minus 4, lots of 2x plus 3y all squared. So let's deal with this bit first. So I'm going to rewrite it as 2x plus 3y. And then 2x plus 3y. Just same thing twice because it's squared. Then let's expand that using FOIL. So then first, that's 2x times 2x, which is 4x squared. Outside, 2x times 3y times the numbers together, which is 6. Then the letters together, which is then xy. And then inside, same thing, 3y times 2x, which is 6xy again. And then 3y times 3y is 9y squared. Okay, and then simplify this, and we get 4x squared. These two can be brought together because they're the same term, which is then plus 12xy, and then plus 9y squared. And then let's bring down this other bracket here, this x minus 4, and do what we normally do. So 4x squared times x, that's 4x cubed. 4x squared times minus 4, that's minus 16x squared. And then, moving along one, 12xy times x, which is 12x squared y. So the x times the x makes x squared. No other numbers, no other y's, so just the x's that change here. And then 12xy times minus 4, that's minus 48xy. And then that's it for 12xy. And then 9y squared times x, which is plus 9y squared x, or xy squared, doesn't really matter. And then 9y squared times minus 4, which is minus 36. So that took me a while, didn't it? Minus 36 y squared. And there we have it. You can barely even see it. Let me shuffle it a little bit. There we go. And then let's simplify this. So do we have any more x cubes? No, we do not. So let me put that down there. 4x cubes. Then do we have any more x squareds? Let's have a look. Like just x squared on its own. And no, we do not. So let's leave that there. Okay, and then we have a 12xy squared, x squared y, and we have no more of those. So we're gonna leave. Looks like we're gonna leave all of it, aren't we? 12x squared y, and then we've got this guy here, which is 9xy squared. So I'll make it like these ones, which also can't be added to this because it's different things squared. And then minus 48xy. And then minus 36y squared. So nothing we can do with that. It's all done and dusted. Essentially, it looks like you should be able to simplify, but you can't because everything is a slightly different term from each other, as we can see. So that's x cubed, which is different to x squared, which is different to y squared. And then we've got x squared y, which is different to xy squared. And we've got xy, which is different to both of these two. So yeah, that's all you can do with it. There we have it. That was day 6 of my 25 days for Better Maths Squared series. Nice short one today, which is quite nice. Tomorrow is going to be another short one with completing the square. So hopefully you'll stay tuned for that. If you have enjoyed, please like, subscribe, do all that YouTubey stuff, and hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye!